we went to decimisation, and Croydon shop was the first one to be converted to decimal. And they used to have women's groups like WI coming to the shop to be trained in the new money, and the staff to be trained in new money. Everything on the shop was priced in decimisation and the old LSD, and that was quite interesting. And it trained people as customers as well as staff to get used to the new money.
A very young mum left her baby outside the store. It took us a bit of time to realise that the baby had actually been left. I just noticed the pram, and then I thought, you know, after about an hour or so, this person's in the store a long time. And eventually we brought the baby in and walked around the store, and with, you know, trying to, because the prams wouldn't go up the aisles so easy. That's why they left them outside. You know, do you know the mum of this baby? Have you seen, you know, are you the mum of this baby? And eventually we called the police. After, you know, 2 hours. We had the baby there for 3 hours almost. And then a young distraught mum came back, realising that she had left her baby. She had just done the usual shopping, as she had done, and had gone home and unpacked it and sat down and made herself a cup of tea, I dare say, and then realised she'd left her baby. She was so distraught, but the baby was fine. We quite enjoyed having the baby in the office. Gave us a break.
No, I think the most biggest thing was the frozen foods, because at the first Sainsbury's never had them in the stores. They had a separate store, Sainsbury's Frozen Food Centre. They just sold frozen foods. Then slowly now they're in the stores. People could buy things that are out of season. You know, you'd buy strawberries in the middle of Christmas or something, or raspberries were frozen. Raspberries are the favourite frozen ones. And fish fingers. The children love the fish fingers. You know, that sort of thing. I think that was the biggest thing. Convenience for people.
Yeah, I mean, I was working in buying when the microwave technology came in. And there was a lot of uncertainty about how did this work. They're half expecting the whole thing to heat up. One of the areas that the buying office I was in was responsible for were the cookbooks and children's books that Sainsbury's used under their own time. So we produced a microwave cooking book that told people how to do these things, because there was a great deal of uncertainty. It sold very well, because people buy the microwave and think, what do we do with this? And we think, oh, well, have a copy of our microwave cooking books tell you how to do it, you know, what you need. And we produced a whole range of microwave accessories, which were literally just plastic pots.
You know, I mean, the tills then were just all manual with buttons, you know, with different layers of buttons and different colours of buttons, and you had to be really quick, you know. And I mean, people think obviously when scanning come in, you were quicker, you know, because it just beep, beep. But in actual fact, in those days, people were very quick. It was like if you were a typist, you know, you got to be a shorthand typist, but you were just as proud to be a very, very fast checkout operator. And a lot of the times you stood, because it was terribly difficult to pull the goods through without the belt bringing it forward for you. And so you could stand up for 8 hours, you know, with a 1 hour dinner break. So, yeah, but you were quite proud of doing it. You used to try and have competitions to see who actually put the most items through, because you could find out from the receipts who actually put through the most money or the most items.
If a lorry driver had any problems on the road, they used to phone in. And there's a very nice guy that was a lorry driver. His name was Lofty Higgins. He was called Lofty because he was about 6'4". And he phoned up and I took the call and he said, "Hello John, it's Lofty here." I said, "What's your problem, mate?" He said, "Well, it's funny." He said, "My lorry, the engine's running, wheels go round, but the lorry won't move." I said, "What the hell are you talking about?" He said, "Well, it's upside down in a field because I just turned it over."
That was my first entrance into Sainsbury's, was from the staff restaurant, which I don't think they have any longer now. But it was a very important area in those days. those ladies, when I first walked in there and I was supposed to be their manager, I thought they could have been very bolshy and sort of think, who does she think she is? She doesn't know what we have to do. And I very soon learned they were so kind to me and they taught me so much. And when it came 11 o'clock or thereabouts and it was break time, and I'd say, you girls carry on and go out and have your break. I haven't quite finished what my duties were then. And they'd say, no, we don't go one at a time. We all share. If somebody needs a hand to help peeling the potatoes or washing up the tins or whatever, we'd all do it together and then we go out and have a tea break together. And I remember all these small things. And it taught me such a lot. And I was very grateful to that, and I don't think I ever let them down.
And I was working with just some really, really lovely people who have become kind of lifelong friends. And I particularly think of Dino, Madriano. Dino was my boss for 12 years, and he was just the best boss that you could imagine, really. He let you get on with the job. It was the key thing, but if you needed help, you could always turn to him. But he was just such he had such a zest for life, such a passion for life, which I think was kind of infectious. Warm, friendly, loyal, just a great guy.